And that it is a beautiful Thursday morning. Your sunshine right here in Sunshine's Quarter. And of course, I want to welcome you into the most information that you can find on the Gulf Coast. This is where you need to be. And as I tell you every single day, when you're looking for information, you're looking for knowledge, you're looking for power, we're going to educate you in all of those ways. And every single day, there's someone here that's going to be that part that's going to help me get you through the day with all the information that you need. I am so much in love with this because it's a way that I love to talk to people, to get people, fill them with knowledge, because you know what? I believe that knowledge is power. And I want to give you that power so that you'll be able to go out and attain anything that you need to do. So today, I'm not going to hesitate anymore. We have some great guests in with me today. I'm talking about longtime friends that are so filled with stuff that you need to know that's going on in Pensacola. We've got the Pensacola Chamber of Commerce here with us today. I'm talking about my guy, Quin. He's in. Good morning, Quin.
Good morning, everybody.
And the lady right here that I love with a perfect kind of love, we've got Kolleen here, and she's with the powerful women of the Gulf Coast. And I just love to say that again. Powerful women of the Gulf Coast. Thank you so much for taking the time to spend your morning with me.
Absolutely. This is such a great place to start off our day. Sunshine, you were amazing, and I love your energy. Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you so very much. I love it so. And you see, everybody, we're going to just go to the topics that need to be known because, you know, now that we are approaching our summer months, and believe it or not, can you believe this June is just it's so close.
Right.
But you know, there are things that you can get involved with. There are things that you need to know how to get your business started. There are things so that you need to know how to get women involved in business. And it's all about connections. If you've heard me say this over and over, once you connect those dots, you got a full circle. And we can all reach out to help each other. I'm going to start off with you, Kolleen. I just want you to reintroduce yourself to the audience because I know you're just like, she's such a sweetheart. And she's got so much going on. Introduce yourself and tell them what you're all about.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Yes,
And we do go back quite a way.
Yes, we do.
Absolutely. So if you look at me on LinkedIn, what you'll see is it says I'm a chief table shaker, lead visionary, and head cheerleader.
Oh, I love it.
Women in business. Absolutely, because that's what I'm passionate about. Chief Table Shaker is all about getting out there and shaking some of the tables and actually saying, all right, what are we doing as women in business? How can we better support women in business? How can we uncover opportunities and help support those women in business doing amazing things?
Absolutely.
Lead Visionary is all about providing that vision, providing that direction, that mission for women to understand what is the path to get them from where they are to where they want to be. And then the head cheerleader part is exactly that. You talked about it. Connections are so important, and us supporting each other goes such a far way.
That's right.
So that's a mission and a vision that I've had for a very long time. You and I go way back probably when we first started Powerful Women of the Gulf Coast.
Absolutely. I had the opportunity to host it. And I was also a speaker one time. Oh, I love it so. I was recognized.
You were our MC. You came in, talk about connections. Dr. LaSharon Wiley, who I adore, love her.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Everybody.
Such a great community person. She, unfortunately, I think we were 2 weeks away from our large conference. Do you remember that? And she called me one day and said, I have to meet with you right now. And she had something so massive that she knew she wasn't going to be able to do our event.
I remember.
And she was so amazing that she not only came to me with that conversation the second she made that decision, she also came with a list of who might be able to fill in, and you were number one on the list.
Thank you, Dr. Wiley.
And you did. You filled in that
year
as MC, and you did a phenomenal job.
I love it. I love it. And I hear things like this, and you see, Quin, I want to get you in on this too, because she's talking about how she connects and get people involved. Now, tell us something that you're involved with the chamber, because I see that you're out quite a bit about those connections as well.
Yeah, so I mean, just like you, the way I met Sunshine was initially when I first started at the chamber. I started off in member relations and events, and we were doing the State of Inclusion. In partnership with the Minority Chamber of Commerce, Gulf Coast Minority Chamber of Commerce, and you were our MC. And then from there, we've been linked ever since. And what I'm starting to realize is the chamber is a point of connection for all businesses and the community. I feel like we're the bridge between business and community. And due to the role that I'm in, I've been able to be a bridge and help connect and connect those dots for some of the people who aren't really familiar with some of the resources available in our community.
Absolutely.
Because we have so many people that's doing so many great things, so many organizations that help us, you know, come together and make our businesses great. But a lot of people aren't familiar who they are. So we love to take those opportunities to know exactly what they're needing, who they want to connect with, and be able to, you know, build that bridge and help them walk across.
Absolutely, no doubt. But you know why I wanted to put the two of you all together? Because you see the connection we have right here. Okay, you're with the chamber. It's all about getting business. You're the powerful women connection. And I want to say this to the women that are with us today. Sometimes we fear taking that step. You know, to get that first step out there when you think, okay, can I do this? And I'm guilty of this myself because I've had to make some changes. I had to do some things and now I stand on my own. But it's like this, if you've got the vision, and I always say it like this, write it down, make it plain, lay it out so it can be seen, and watch what's going to happen. Do a vision board, ladies and gentlemen. That's something you can do, how you can put it out there and get it seen. But I say that because with you, Kolleen, I looked at the labels, how you were talking about how to get women involved. For the ladies out there who's got the thought, do not know how to take that first step, what would you tell them to do?
Oh my gosh. I love what you just talked about writing your ideas down. The other thing I would add to that is tell others.
Yes.
Because I think what happens, and I think this is humans. This is not just us as women, but women are, I think, a little bit more hesitant when it comes to taking that leap. Kind of, I tell people sometimes I push people off the ledge. Like I gently just encourage them, and then I just kind of nudge them a little bit, and they fall off the ledge. They didn't realize they can do it, but they absolutely can. And sometimes it's those cheerleaders, it's that community, it's those collaborative partners that. Those connections that really help build that esteem that's already within all of us.
Right.
But sometimes we need somebody else to help encourage them to take that next step.
Absolutely. And what we're saying today is we've got the connection to get you started. We've got somebody that can open the door for you. Just like with you, Quin, with the chamber. There's so many things that's going on. But what I want to encourage today, I believe in being that positive link, that positive connection, because you can do anything if you put your mind to it.
Absolutely.
All things are possible. I truly believe in keeping your faith first. Hold on to your faith. Don't let that go. But do not allow, if you've got naysayers in your circle, rid yourself of that. Get you somebody that's going to think alike. That's going to motivate you to continue to be that successful person that you can be. Because there's some things that you're doing, I think, that you've already created, I think was amazing by getting that started. I see that big smile on your face. But you see, I say that because what we're doing here, we're talking to people to get them encouraged, to do that thing that they think that they can't do. Kolleen, you've got an event coming up. Oh, man. There is a room that's filled with so many powerful women. They do everything. And I think that how did you get that concept to get that started like that?
Oh my gosh. So our story is so cool. I love this because to me, of course, I feel like I'm a strong businesswoman. If I wanted to start a nonprofit, I'd probably put together a business plan. I'd probably put together a budget. I understand the chamber would help me out with a marketing plan, and, you know, all those types of things. That's not at all what happened.
Really?
So yeah, absolutely. What really happened was I was a financial advisor. I am an introvert. Even though I do things like this, you would think I'm extroverted. This takes a lot of energy for me to do.
Absolutely.
I'm very introverted. What I realized very early on in my financial career was that I loved networking. I loved going to a chamber event that was business, but it was a little bit social. It wasn't so high pressure. I don't like these seminar type of concepts.
Boring.
Right. In the financial industry, unfortunately, there's some tactics that I didn't quite gravitate towards, but I love networking. And so I networked all over town.
Absolutely.
I was at every gala, every wine and cheese, a lunch and learn. Sign me up, I'm there.
That's right.
And I built my financial business through networking. And then 2004, I don't know if either of you were here, Hurricane Ivan hit.
That was when I got here.
Y'all remember that?
Yes.
It destroyed this whole town.
I started to leave. I said, what have I gotten myself into?
Exactly. And not only did it destroy the physical environment, it really changed how business was being done during that time.
Absolutely.
And I was a commission salesperson. I was a female in a very male-dominated industry. I didn't have a Rolodex of really rich, connections. I didn't come from money. I had to go out there and find every client to help maintain my income.
Right.
And this community didn't want to learn about life insurance. They had no need to think about budgeting. They were trying to rebuild businesses and worry about homes that were destroyed, deciding whether they were going to stay in the area or not.
Right.
Absolutely. It was such a trying time, and I didn't know what I was going to do, and I didn't know who to turn to.
Absolutely.
And that's when I realized the power of community, because I went to lunch with 2 other women, and believe me, I am not a girly girl. I kind of hang out more with guys.
You know, I am the same way. I'm the same way.
Yeah.
I don't know why, but I connect more with the guys.
Well, we'll talk offline.
Yeah.
Because I got some stats and some information that can help you with that.
We won't tell you that part.
Right,
But,
exactly. We'll save that for behind the scenes.
Exactly.
But yeah, so I went to lunch with a couple other women I didn't really know well, but I knew they were smart, successful women in business. And I figured these women are going to tell me what to do.
Right.
Like, they got it going on. You know what I was surprised with?
What?
They were just as lost as I was during that time. Except I had no idea because they didn't tell me, and I wasn't telling them. So we sat there at lunch, the 3 of us, and I asked the simple question, what do you do? What can I do to support you? And I had 100 ideas for Natasha, who ran a cleaning business, on what to do after a hurricane. I had 1,000,000 ideas for Kathleen, who at the time ran a professional employer organization, an HR company, about what to do for after a disaster. But I couldn't
do it for yourself.
Figure out what to do for myself. Believe me, those women knew what to tell me, just as those women knew what to tell each other.
Absolutely.
And that's not just a woman thing. That is I believe, an all human thing. But that's exactly how Powerful Women of the Gulf Coast got started, because we did that one time, and I went, wow, this is really cool. This is different. I've never had this type of conversation with any of the male colleagues I've been around, with any of the mentors, and I've been in business. I've been a financial advisor for 15 years, I think, at this point. And so all of a sudden I realized the power of having like-minded women together.
I love it.
In a very confidential space, in a very supportive, not a competitive, but more of a, hey, if I could bring your biggest dreams to reality,
fruition, yes.
Right, what could that do for all of us?
Absolutely.
And that's where that concept of having women supporting women was really born. And that's when that oops baby, I call it an oops baby because I didn't mean to start a nonprofit, but I did.
Absolutely.
That was 2004. So
and look at that, that's 20 years later.
20 years this year we'll be celebrating for Powerful Women of the Gulf Coast.
That deserves a great big, I tell you, that's great stuff. And I mean, what I want to incorporate also, now if you're listening, if you want to be a part of this, if you are a woman or a man, that maybe you have questions, you can be a part of this conversation. You can text us at 850-432-7768, or you can call right now and ask a question on what you need to do. So you can call that same number, 850-432-7768. Don't be shy. The only crazy question is the one that's not asked. So ask questions if you've got yourself, because I'm writing things down, because I'm going to be asking questions, because I'm stepping into a new arena, and I will be successful in that arena. Now, Quin, you've got some things that's coming up with the chamber. You rattled off some things that I didn't know was going on. So I want to hear about it, so we can get the community involved and tell them how they can get involved with the chamber so that they too can grow.
Absolutely. So the chamber started in 1889. So the chamber been around for about 141 years almost. So it came together because businesses needed commerce. So you had bankers, you had people who wanted to start universities, you had different workforces that wanted to come together, and they thought the chamber would be a perfect central location for them to meet and convene. Going back to what you were saying in regards to women coming to the table, sharing the ideas. Same thing, but we're thinking about it from the business side of it, for all businesses to be able to come together, let us know exactly what they need, and then we can actually help you move and navigate through the community of the business.
Absolutely.
So a lot of the events that we have are circulated around, one, military. So we have our State of the Military event that happens once every year. So we have a State of series. And that State of series typically is once a quarter, and we cover everything from the state of the military, state of economy, state of education, state of healthcare. So we have a lot of these different events that happen once every quarter. Then we have our business after hours, which happens once a month. And pretty much we go to a local business that is a member of the chamber. We bring all of the chamber members that are interested in coming. It's a nice social networking in an ease environment. People are there for you to ask questions, get information, share that information, and then go back and, apply it. But we try to, so Abraham Scully.
Yes. I fell in love with him.
So Abraham, he bends spaces for conversations around mental health. We bend spaces to help businesses connect with each other.
Absolutely.
So we have a couple events coming up. So
I tell you what, you hold on right there. I'm gonna go take a break, and I want you to tell me about what. When I screamed when you said Abraham Scully, I had him. He is such a speaker. But listen, guys, if you want to be a part of the show, please 850-432-7768. Text or call so we can get your question answered right here, Sunshine's Corner and Blab TV.
There are many reasons someone may need in-home care, whether it may be respite care, them recovering from surgery, or having a chronic condition. Having someone dedicated and reliable is imperative. Supplemental Support Care Services was created to provide to those who are in need with quality care that they deserve in the home. Taking it a step further, our main goal is to ensure that Supplemental Support Care Services is where the love and care is top priority.
Empire Truck Sales, located at 2255 West Detroit Boulevard in Pensacola, is your Freightliner, Western Star, Detroit Diesel, and Cummins dealer for Northwest Florida. Open 7 days a week, Monday through Friday, 6 a.m. to 10 p.m., Saturdays and Sundays, 6 a.m. to 6 p.m., providing sales, service, and parts. Empire Truck Sales is also your Oasis dealer for Freightliner custom chassis RV and motorhome repairs. Running I-10 will get you in.
Many who consider facial plastic surgery are concerned their results will look unnatural. But with over 20 years of serving the Pensacola community, his thousands of satisfied patients have made Dr. Derek Jones a trusted reconstructive and facial plastic surgeon known for industry-leading results that look natural. Call 850-484-FACE to schedule a consultation at one of our locations in Pensacola and Gulf Breeze.
I'm Dr. Derek Jones. Trust your face to a facial plastic surgeon.
Lloyd's Glass and Correct Calibration Services is a one-stop shop because you can come get your windshield replaced, and right behind that replacement at the same appointment, we will calibrate the cameras, and when you leave, everything's ready to go. There's no need to go to the dealership, or there's no need to come back for another appointment. We just take care of it at one time. We put the customer first, and we strive to do everything right the first time.
Lloyd's Glass and Correct Calibration Services, your one-stop shop with same-day service.
And welcome back to the hot spot. I like that HOT. That's from Abraham.
Yeah.
You know? But we're back, guys, and we are into a very powerful conversation today. I'm using that word, right?
Yes.
You know, you give that word power. We've got Kolleen. She's going to be telling you about an event that they've got coming up here next week, right?
Absolutely.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. It's coming up on Tuesday. So we've got this event called Amplify Your Power. And talk about power. I'm so excited for this because what this is going to do is this is going to help women, and men are included if they want to attend. It is going to be geared more towards women in business.
Right.
But it's all about communicating your voice the best way appropriately, and then also how you communicate on social media and how you communicate on stages. And I know we're sitting here on a TV stage right now, but every time we open our mouths as business people,
right,
we are communicating in a stage. It may not be a big stage, it could be a small stage, but sometimes we're communicating in bigger stages than we realize.
Right.
So we're actually bringing in Dr. LaSharon Wiley to start off the day. Her presentation is actually called From Throwing Shade to Shining the Light.
Love it.
And it is all about women and how we not only talk to ourselves, but how we talk out loud, out to the world. and what that says about us as well, and how we can be more mindful about our spoken conversation.
Right.
And then we're going to follow that up with Charlene Fitzgerald. Now, she is a transplant. She just moved here, I think, from St. Pete. She's in the Pensacola area, and she's fallen in love with our community.
Wonderful.
It's so amazing. But she is a LinkedIn strategist.
Really?
And what she's got over 11,000 followers on LinkedIn. So she's got a large following. And what she's going to talk about is how to position your LinkedIn to have more in 2024. So just like the spoken, right, just like the spoken communication, what we're saying out there in social media communicates our brand, communicates our power. It communicates what we're trying to do out there in the world. So sometimes we can be doing things that are undermining that power or are not taking advantage of opportunities that are out there. So she's going to talk
about that.
Specifically about that.
Let me ask you a question, Kolleen.
Yeah.
When you say when we're using social media to really reflect who we are, what we have, when you're educating people on how to use LinkedIn, and you said something about sometimes you can put something on social media that shades a light that does not need to be shown on you, that will cause people to drift away from you instead of coming into you.
Absolutely.
Things like, okay, so I think with social media, it's a great tool, but you see, I think that is the element that everybody think that here's my platform, let me talk about this, good, bad, and ugly, let me cut you down. You understand what I'm saying? But what we're trying to convey to them is, and I hope that you all go to this event to learn that social media is not patent place. Social media is a platform to build you up in what you have. What a tool that you can use to, point people to your business or what is it that you're doing. So, I mean, that's what I'm grasping on. I had to say that because I surf social media a lot, and some things I do hear from people I think I wouldn't hear from. It blows you away.
Right.
Yeah.
Do you run into that?
All the time.
I mean, it's absolutely amazing. But go and tell me more about the event that's coming up on Tuesday.
Yeah, absolutely. You are so right, but that is so true. LinkedIn is such a great platform, and that spreads so far. It's appropriate to know, how are you communicating on that platform? What is that saying about you to the people that you don't realize are even watching you?
Absolutely.
So she's going to be amazing. She's going to teach us that. And then our final speaker of the day is actually Brian Hilliard. He lives in North Carolina. He's coming down here specifically for this event. He happens to be a partner with Leadership Global, which is the full-time that I do. The majority of my job is with Leadership Global. Powerful Women of the Gulf Coast is the nonprofit that I also run. But Brian is a partner with Leadership Global. He is an expert in helping people find paid speaking opportunities. So he is all about taking people that have amazing messages and learning how to get them out in the world, but also in a way that delivers some income for that person.
Right.
So not necessarily getting paid to speak, like not necessarily going out there to find $5,000 and $10,000 keynotes, although he absolutely does that as well. He also helps people use free speaking opportunities as ways to deliver revenue back to their business.
Really?
So Brian is amazing. He's written 8 books. He's been on over 300 podcasts. He's spoken to over 400 audiences, and he is an expert about how do you find paid speaking gigs? Where should you be speaking? How can you communicate your message in a way that's best resonated? So
absolutely,
3 different speakers. We're going to talk about just verbal communication and how we talk. Also social media, how we communicate in that platform, and then from a stage perspective. And you don't have to be a big speaker to work with somebody like Brian.
Absolutely.
Just like I mentioned, even the 3 of us here today, we're communicating a message that has the potential of being worldwide.
That's right.
We are right here in the Gulf Coast of Florida, but we have the opportunity to impact people all over the world.
No doubt. So I hope you all are really taking notes and listen to this, and make sure you'll be able to watch it again this afternoon at 6 o'clock. Just in case you didn't get it this morning. But Quin, you said that you've got some events that's coming up as well.
Yeah, we have quite a few events coming up at the Pensacola Chamber of Commerce. One of those events is the Good Morning Pensacola. So Good Morning Pensacola is a morning breakfast that is held at Scenic Hills Country Club, and we typically have about an hour program. So get started early in the morning, make your networking, and then you can have a nice program. Breakfast is also included into your ticket, And then from there, you can start your day with some great information.
How can a person be a part of that?
So all they have to do is go on to the Pensacola website, so pensacolachamber.com, and then they can go to our event page, and it's right there, splashed on the front page. And register there.
Breakfast, people, and get that right connection. Don't miss it. Now, I want people to know how easy it is to become a member of the chamber.
Very simple. Same link, pensacolachamber.com, and then you go to the top, to the right, join, and then you just submit your application there, and then Willa will be the point of contact, and she'll be definitely reaching out to you to get you involved into the community.
You see all of these links we're talking about today. This is absolutely phenomenal, because I think people sometimes say I want, but you don't want to get up and take that action. You have to get up and be involved to get that connection that you're trying to do. And with this one, I heard Kolleen say that even with businesses, that the chamber will even help you with a marketing plan.
Yeah, so pretty much what the chamber does is connect you with the resources within the community. So you have a number of them. So one of them being, let's say, Collab. You have Collab, which provides mentorship in regards to getting your business, your startups. They deal with innovation and entrepreneurship there. You also have SBDC, which takes you from the very beginning stages of just an idea.
What is SBDC?
So it's a Small Business Development Center.
Okay, that's what I want to hear.
So they'll get you connected with a council, and then from there, you let them know exactly what you're working on, and then they will help you within their network to formulate a business plan and then get connected with some of those resources, whether it's government contracting, if you're trying to start a daycare, whatever your idea is, SBDC will also be able to help you kind of grow that as well.
I saw you downtown, and I was going to a meeting, and right there on last Wednesday, I believe, what do you call it, Collab?
Collab, yeah.
Downtown.
Yep.
You were coming in through the gate, and I was coming around through the other way, because there was a nonprofit meeting about how to get your nonprofit off and do the right things.
Yep.
I did not stop you, but I was like,
Yes. So it's a lot of meetings at the chamber. So when you're involved in the chamber, you're connected to all these other events, these meetings. You're in the know at that point. So I recommend any and everybody to get involved, find out what's going on. If you're looking for a role or you're looking for a job, a lot of people make their connections and they're able to start their new career within the chamber.
Really?
Yeah.
Talk. You were about to say something, Kolleen. I saw you said, but look.
No, I'm just excited. I think Quin is absolutely right. I think there's a lot of people in communities that don't take advantage of resources like chambers of commerce. I mean, a chamber of commerce is here for a lot of different roles, but one of those roles is to support the local infrastructure of businesses.
Yeah.
And that starts with small businesses,
right,
medium businesses, and large businesses, with which the chamber has members of all those different sizes.
Yep.
But what a great opportunity to get connected with local leaders, to get seen by other professionals.
Most certainly.
And to tap into all these amazing resources. In my experience, a lot of the resources that I've used through chambers have been free.
Yeah.
And
Really?
they've surrounded you with other professionals that are willing to give back, because those professionals know that somebody gave back to them to get them to that state.
I got you. Yeah. Well, listen, if you got questions now, look, I know you're probably sitting there and you're going, I'm getting so much information, you're taking notes. But if you would like to talk to one of these fine people on this, my guest today, 850-432-7768. You can text or call that number and ask any question that you desire. Quin, you also said something about last week. There was I just went crazy about this thing that you know where I'm going. That big professional thing you talking about, something that happened.
Oh, Leadership Pensacola?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm actually the program director of Leadership Pensacola. Leadership Pensacola is a 10-month program where we take our community leaders and get them connected with the different industries within our community. So 10-month program, they go once a day. Once a month. So each month you'll be exploring education, you'll be exploring healthcare, you'll be exploring our military, our community, our infrastructure, just a lot of opportunities for you to get behind the scenes, get a better understanding of how our city, our community works, and hear what exactly is going on and be able to provide feedback in this program.
I got you.
And then this program, they're also able to, right now, this year, they're doing Valerie's House is their project, their community project. They're actually creating Leap Outside, and that is going to be an outside space for the kids that come.
Really?
Yeah, so they raise money, they put together the whole project, and then that is actually something that they do collaboratively during the Leadership Pensacola program.
Wow. So this is such powerful information that we're sharing today. And I want ladies and gentlemen, if you're enjoying this and writing these notes down, take the next step. I know sometimes it's fearful to get started, but you can't do anything until you take that first step. And there are ways being shown today that somebody can grab you by the hand and walk you through the process from the beginning to the end. You know, do you ever run into things like this? Because sometimes I'll go in a business I've seen that's been established for a long time. It seems like they're somewhat viewed away. They don't have it as professional as it should be. And you see these things, and how do you approach a business? Let's say if I had this business, I walked in and I said, there's so much la going on that it seems like I'm being overlooked. You know what I'm saying? But they feel like they've gotten themselves established. I say that to say this. Shouldn't even a person that's already established keep in connection to find new things to do to keep your business to catch up with what's going on now? Because if you started your business 25 years ago, you're going to be lacking if you don't come on and get back into what's happening in 2024. Absolutely. Do you have sources like that can help people?
Yeah, absolutely. It's very important, no matter what level of business you are, to be connected within your community or within your space, because at the end of the day, time changes, people change, the climate changes, and the way you stay connected is by always being informed.
That's what I'm talking about.
So I definitely recommend, again, just getting connected.
That's right. And Kolleen, because I know that I have been to several of your events, and even just sitting in the audience, being there, there's so much positivity going on. I mean, I cannot remember her name, but it was a young lady I met, and I yet follow her, and she sings a lot. she gets on, but she was sitting there, and but I see her on social media sometimes. She'll put on her big glasses, and she's gonna send you something so positive. Get up, go do that. I can't remember her name, but I'm saying that to say that because that was way before COVID. That I met her, but the impression that she left on me causes me to continue to link to find out what she's doing. That keeps me inspired. How do you keep that going? So with all the people that you deal with, now you're talking global. Yeah. You're doing a lot. So you are in your calling or what you should be doing. So how do you just keep that spreaded? I mean, women know that. Come on out, get involved.
You know, it's tough, and I have to be proactive with it, because to be honest, my natural default is, like I said, I'm an introvert. I can bury myself into a spreadsheet. I can deal with processes. I can, you know, get lost in data mining and checking off boxes. It's not natural for me to reach out to connections. It's something I have to do. So it's on my schedule every single day to connect with a certain number of people. And I think it's so important for us, everyone, to connect. And that's what COVID really taught me, was that prior to COVID, I had really kept a very myopic view right here in the Gulf Coast area. And it was great. We were helping support a lot of women in business. You mentioned you've been to our meetings. Over the past 20 years, we probably helped, I don't know, 10,000 women.
Exactly.
Lots of women over the last 20 years. And during COVID, I took a long time to talk to women about what they were dealing with.
Exactly.
And of course, during COVID, there wasn't a lot else to do, so I had all my work done.
It affected so
and
many.
It was all about communicating with our members, saying, what are you going through? What can we help you with? What has your experience been? And everybody was very, very positive, but I was shocked at how many of those women I talked to weren't able to capitalize on opportunities during COVID because they lacked connections. It wasn't that they lacked desire. They didn't understand. They might not have realized they qualified for PPP funding because they talked to one person at such and such agency that told them they didn't qualify. Because they didn't have 12 contacts that knew PPP, they couldn't go any further. So some women didn't get funding during COVID because they didn't have the connections to connect them to the appropriate answers to help them understand that they were they were able to get COVID funding.
What they needed.
And so to me, and I ended up, through all of COVID, I took all of these conversations from members and I whittled down the information, and I started seeing that it had 4 commonalities. And almost every story would talk about some of the different 4 elements, 1 of 4 or all 4 of 4, but they all tend to live in these 4 different buckets. And the very last bucket, we ended up calling them our 4 pillars for powerful women of the Gulf Coast. And the bottom pillar, because I think there's a foundation pillar and then there's also a top pillar, and both of those pillars I call cornerstone pillars. Those 2 are the ones that we really focus on. The 2 in the middle we definitely work on, but the 2 on the outside we do. And the cornerstone pillar at the bottom is the community pillar. And what it talked about was, it talked about that women struggle in business because it's lonely for women in leadership.
You heard that.
And you probably can relate to this, Quinn. You probably have members in the chamber that are leaders that are alone. There's not as many women in leadership as there are men. So it can be difficult. I just talked to somebody yesterday that was in the UK, and she talked about the fact she's in business with her husband, and a lot of times she can't share business struggles because it's her husband.
Absolutely.
And she's got lots of other people around her, but she doesn't have a core group of women that she can say, hey, what are the struggles for a woman in business that's married to a man that's also in the business as well?
Absolutely.
She didn't have enough people to communicate with. And to me, when you keep extending that connection reach, you have solutions for anything that could possibly come your way.
Absolutely. Well, I tell you what, Kolleen, we're going to come back, and we're going to keep this COVID conversation going on. I want to see how you handle that and how we can express people to come on and do better with their business today. Well, coming up in just a moment, now we're going to go with my girl Flo Anthony. Now, Flo Anthony has all of that celebrity gossip, and you want to know what's happening in Hollywood, right? She's up next, and we'll be back with more on Sunshine's Corner right here at Blab TV.
Hey, this is Gossip on the Go with Flo. Well, Jennifer Hudson promised 23 more years in daytime television in her acceptance speech for the Television Chairman's Award from the National Association of Broadcasters. Now, the EGOT winner told the audience, so much more to come, because y'all, we still got 23 more years to go. I ain't going nowhere. Then Jennifer belted out her iconic Dreamgirls lyrics, "You're Gonna Love Me," from the song, and I'm telling you, I'm not going. Now, the ceremony took place last Tuesday morning during the NAB trade show's We Are Broadcasters session. Now, I told you several months ago that Ashanti is pregnant and that she and her longtime off-and-on boyfriend Nelly are engaged. Well, now it's official. Last Wednesday, Ashanti told Essence Magazine, "This new year of my life is such a blessing full of love, hope, and anticipation," and then confirmed that she is engaged and pregnant. That was a poorly kept secret, Ashanti. Now, continued Ashanti, "Motherhood is something that I have looked forward to, and sharing this with my family, fiance, and loyal fans who have been so supportive of my career is an amazing experience." Now, this will be Ashanti's first child. Nelly has a daughter and son from his former relationship with Shanetta Valentine. He also adopted his nephew and niece following the 2005 death of their mother and his sister, who died of leukemia at 31 years old. Now, the blended family was the subject of the 2014-15 BET reality TV show Nellyville. The inductees for the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame were announced during Sunday night's episode of American Idol. They included Mary J. Blige, A Tribe Called Quest, Kool and the Gang, Dionne Warwick, and Norman Whitfield. Now, the ceremony will be streamed live on Disney Plus on October the 19th. It will air later on ABC and be available on Hulu the following day. Congratulations to all the inductees. This has been Flo Anthony with Gossip on the Go. Check me out on Instagram at Flo_author and on X at Banana Nose Kid.
Need a new outfit for a special occasion? Look no further than Viola's Men's Apparel. Viola's has been providing the latest styles and accessories in Pensacola for over 20 years now. We have clothes for every occasion, and we offer consultations and group discounts. You can trust that our care, quality, and class will be unmatched. Viola's Men's Apparel, for all of your menwear needs.
This is Wayne at Icon Automotive in Robertsdale, Alabama, and I wanted to tell you more about our powertrain warranty forever. It comes with any vehicle we sell that has 80,000 miles or less at no additional cost to you. We put our vehicles through a tough safety and mechanical inspection before it can have the powertrain warranty forever, giving you a peace of mind with your purchase. This warranty is good anywhere in the country, and it covers 100% of parts and labor with no mileage limit, and is covered as long as you own the vehicle. Come pick out your dealership car at non-dealership pricing with the powertrain warranty forever at Icon Automotive.
Watch a new episode of Crime Stoppers Wanted Fugitives every Friday at 6 p.m., hosted by Sergeant Melanie Peterson and David Craig. Your tips may be eligible for a cash reward, featuring items about officer training, various aspects of police work, and crime prevention information. You'll hear about upcoming family-friendly engagement events as well. Don't miss Crime Stoppers Wanted Fugitives every Friday at 6 p.m.
Hi, my name is Brett McCabe. This is my wife Tanya, and we're the owners of Pensacola AC and Auto Service Center.
From the moment you walk in the door, we are here to take care of you. Honesty and excellence are the standard of our team. Our goal is to give you peace of mind from oil changes to AC repair. All of our repairs come with a 3-year, 36,000-mile warranty. We have a clean, welcoming waiting room with free Wi-Fi. When you leave here, you will have peace of mind. Come visit us and experience auto repair from people who care.
Well, welcome back. As you can see, we're having a fun time. We won't say what we were talking about. That'll be another one offset. But we were talking, Kolleen was giving us all this information, even while how things were dealt with in COVID and to keep your business going. Then I want to roll over to you, Quin, because, you know, COVID changed a lot of lifestyles. Yep. I mean, business-wise, family-wise, personal-wise, because it affected me in a way that caused me, I never thought anything would just affect me that way because I had to sit at home 19 months. 19 months, and I'm always an active person. But how did the chamber get through that?
Yeah, so actually I wasn't at the chamber during that time. Okay. I was actually working remotely for Navy Federal, which was one of our big supporters at this time. So transitioning to the chamber, leaving right after COVID, you realize that, again, having conversations with people just to be able to feel people's energy is different from behind the screen, but to be able to actually be upfront and personal, to talk to a person and feel the energy that they're giving you is rejuvenating, you know, in the midst of those conversations. So it's very important to, you know, stay grounded, stay connected, get out into the community. Like you, I'm an introvert more so. But at any given time, you know, if I'm able to talk to somebody one-on-one just to hear more so about what they have going on and tailor exactly what we can do for them, that's a great opportunity. So you never know what somebody is able to do for you unless you get out there, you ask.
Absolutely.
You just take that chance and you jump out there.
Absolutely. I think I was during COVID, I tell you, that just hit me like bam. I mean, I couldn't go anything. And with the company I was with, there was a slip they gave me to go in my car. Even if I was out, I had to be out for one main reason, boop, boop, back. You know what I'm saying? I had to have that slip just in case I was stopped. Isn't that amazing? So I know that affect people, but you've got something coming up as well, Quin, for women?
Yes,
it's called what?
In June, we have our Women in Business Coffee. So that is on June 28th, Women in Business Coffee, for women to come together, have conversations, talk about how it is to be a woman in leadership or starting a business, to be able to get connected to other resources within the community. So you hear from powerhouse women during these times. So I think it's a great opportunity for, you know, women to come together and have conversations over coffee.
So you hear that, ladies? Now, this is a conference that's coming up in June, and believe me now, it's right around the corner. I can't believe that we're already in May this weekend. I mean, come up next weekend is gonna be the 4th. Believe it or not, this month is gone. The year is moving by so quickly. So, but when there are opportunities like that, but I know we're about a month out. But how is it that they can get click on the chamber?
Yeah, so click on the chamber. But we have more information. We have our Chamber 101s May 8th. So May 8th from 8:30 to 9:30. So you can come to the chamber. We'll be there from 8:30 to 9:30. You can meet the team, ask your questions, and then we'll be able to, get to know who you are and what you're trying to do within the community and get you plugged in from
Absolutely. This is phenomenal. And I say that to women, and I'm not just talking to women, but men, you need the help too, because sometimes you may feel like you're at a spot that you don't know how to make that move because it's a human thing. But Kolleen is going to tell us something about the event she's got coming up on next week. And I think it's amazing who's behind and sponsoring it. I mean, in there, what? Men?
Absolutely. Yeah.
You see how the dots connect? So tell us about that.
Yeah, so Powerful Women of the Gulf Coast has always been accepting of men. Now, we always, one of our first speakers, we put Julian McQueen up on stage in a tiara. And then the next year, of course, we had to have Quin Studer on stage in a tiara because Julian had done it the year before, remember? So our roots really started with men supporting women in business. And I think that is so impactful because to me, it's a given that women are going to support women.
Absolutely.
I mean, Quin probably sees that and he's about to roll his eyes because it's true. Women get together and they're like, I got you. I'm going to support you.
Right.
No questions asked. That doesn't always happen in the men's world, but it does in the women's world. But I also believe that men in business should support women in business, just like women in business should support men in business.
Absolutely.
So I love the fact that the Chamber has dedicated specific events specifically towards women in business. And when it comes to Powerful Women of the Gulf Coast, we feel that as well. Two of our sponsors, our two bigger sponsors, are actually men. And so, Neil Grosshider, who runs the Alternative Board, which is like an advisory board. So if you're a man or a woman in business here in the Gulf Coast community, you can belong to a small peer advisory group. That group is made up of different individuals, different business leaders that are not in competition with what you do, but they get together specifically to help uncover challenges, to work through obstacles, to help celebrate each other.
Unbelievable.
Yes, great opportunity. So Neil is coming in with the Alternative Board as one of our sponsors for our Amplify Your Power event next week. And then the other sponsor is Felipe with Empathic Practice. They are a holistic medical practice, or not necessarily medical practice, but a holistic medicine facility. And he has been a supporter of Powerful Women for years and years and years. They were supporting us prior to COVID. So he's come in as another one of our sponsors, Empathic Practice. And I love that because the same thing, it's all about the complete human. It's not just about us. We're working on Amplify Your Power. We're working on your spoken, your social media, and your stage communication, but holistic is involved in that. So making sure that we've got advantages for men as well as women is really important for Powerful Women of the Gulf Coast.
No doubt.
And then our final sponsor is Tony Sparks with Short Story Studios. Now she's a female and she's
I was going to say, is that a guy name or is that a girl?
That's a girl. I know Tony's not always a woman's name. But yeah, that is a woman, and she's a huge supporter of us. When we had a membership for Powerful Women of the Gulf Coast, every one of our members got a free headshot by her company.
Oh, really?
So she has photographed hundreds of Powerful Women of the Gulf Coast members over the years when she did that as a benefit for us. So she's our third sponsor, and she'll be there next week as well.
Quin, you ought to come.
Yeah, you should. Absolutely.
You should come.
Absolutely.
I mean, because see, I'm being inclusive with men. You got men sponsors. You got men that's going to be there. So why won't the man from the chamber and bring your friend to come on out? Because look at that smile.
I know. If you can handle being on this set with Sonshine and I, then you can handle. You can handle a whole room. You can handle a whole room just like us.
No doubt about it. But I mean, think about that. Now, Quin, I want to make sure I touch everything that you've got coming up because I want to make sure that the community knows, and mostly I want them to understand how easy it is to get in touch with the chamber, to become a member, so that you can find out how you can link in and connect with the right people.
Yeah, absolutely. It's that simple. PensacolaChamber.com. Go up to the top on the right-hand corner, click Join the Chamber, and feel free to, submit an application and reach out to us directly, or just pick up the phone and give us a call.
That's what I'm talking about. And they do return the call.
We do return the call.
They return the call. I'm not kidding, because I can remember, what is his name?
Lico?
No.
Todd.
Todd. I remember when I called, I said, Todd, I need to talk to you. I wonder why. He said that he heard in my voice. He said, let me call this lady back. But know what I'm saying? I wanted to know. I wanted to be involved, so I had to take that step. Yeah. So what am I saying to everybody that's listening to us today, watching us today? You've got a man from the chamber. You've got the most powerful woman on the Gulf Coast. She's right here with us. And there's so much, about that. It's been so much information given out. I don't want you to miss out on this opportunity. And when we come back, we're going to give you other ways that I want you to keep this top of mind so that you don't miss out on an opportunity for yourself to be a part. Stay close. We'll be right back with Sunshine's Corner here on Blab TV.
I just remembered it's election day. Are you going to vote?
I don't know. I don't think I'll have time today.
Millions of eligible voters in America never make it to the polls or even register to vote. When you don't vote, you're letting other people make decisions for you and pick the things your taxes will pay for. Voting is more than a civic duty. It gives you a voice about the priorities and the future of your community and our nation. Voting gives you a seat at the table.
Do you want to create but don't know where to start? Our new fabric line will inspire you. If you can dream it, we can help you make it. From using kits that include everything you would need, to taking classes to create something more personalized, Daryl's is the place for you. No matter if you're just beginning or experienced, Daryl's has you covered. Find us at 6705 North Davis Highway, open 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. Monday through Friday, and 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. on Saturdays.
The Reesburg Institute, Pensacola's ear, nose, throat, and voice center. We welcome you to visit us at our convenient Davis Highway location in Pensacola. At the Reesburg Institute, we offer the most advanced treatment available in a calm, stress-free environment. Since 2014, we've performed over 1,000 cases in office of balloon sinus surgery, as well as septoplasty and nasal procedures using oral sedation. The in-office procedures result in a faster healing time. Visit us and feel the difference.
Hello, my name is Eric, and this was my first visit to Little John's. The selection, the pricing here, and the customer service were outstanding. I would definitely recommend. The staff was very friendly, and they'll get you what you need.
Hi, this is John with Little John's Big and Tall here in Pensacola, Florida at 5700 North Davis Highway. Check us out at littlejohnsbigandtall.com, where we can take care of you with extra large up to 14X and large tall to 6X tall.
And welcome back to the hot spot. Thank you, Abraham. But listen, we're here. We had a fantastic show today. So much information. I've absorbed so much. I mean, it's unbelievable how much I learned just today with my two special guests. And ladies and gentlemen, all I'm saying to you is do not allow this opportunity to pass you up. Learn to stand and be strong in the gift that you have. If you've got a business, and if you're afraid, take that step. Mm-hmm. You'll never know until you take the first step. Mm-hmm. And there's so much information out there to get you to where you need to be. Don't miss the opportunity. Now, Quin, yes. I want you to give me a wrap up on everything that we need to be aware of with the chamber and how the yes, the no's, and all the positive stuff that people need to do to get involved.
Yeah, my biggest recommendation is to just get in the room. If you get in the room, you get the information, you get exposure, you get the education that you need. Mm-hmm. And just changing environments can take you to another level. And you just never know exactly who you will meet.
Absolutely.
So I definitely recommend you joining the chamber, getting involved. There's a number of organizations. You got Pensacola Young Professionals, Pensacola Network of Black Professionals. There's a number of organizations that support entrepreneurs, young people, different ethnicities, different race.
Right. So
get involved, learn, and grow your business.
Absolutely, absolutely. Because I want you to do something now, because it's like this. When you have an opportunity to do that, everybody, we are rainbow color. So let's all come together and let that rainbow just be that power for you. You know, there's always a pot of gold at the end of the rainbow.
Yeah.
Now, do you know what I mean?
Hey, if you know better, you do better. Right?
There you go. Colleen, let's get you to, look, my girl gonna tip, okay, tell me how it is, what we gotta do, and about the event, where you need to be.
Absolutely. So yes, we would love to see you on Tuesday. It's April 30th. We're going to be there from 8:30 to noon at Gateway Church of Christ. We'd love to have you at that event. Amplify Your Power. You can register on our website. Actually, you can't register on our website. You have to go to our Facebook page in order to find the Eventbrite link to it. Same as Quinn said, be in the room. If you have an idea, if you have a thing that you're passionate about and you're not moving it to the next level, surround yourself with people that can help you do that.
Right.
I'm all about connections. I'm all about collaboration. I'm all about encouraging each other to do the thing that you want to do in the world to make it a better place. Because if we provide more resources for people doing that, we can make huge impacts. And specifically, women in business now are representing about half of the new businesses that are created every year.
Wow.
Last year was the 3rd year in a row that happened. That only happened since COVID.
Oh, wow.
And if women participated, women entrepreneurs participated in business creation at the same level that male entrepreneurs do, and there's a lot of work that has to happen to get there, but if women participated, women-owned businesses participate in the same way, we have the ability to add 6% to our GDP.
Wow.
That's $5 trillion that we have the ability to add to the global domestic product. That is impactful. And women, they're there. They've got the ideas, they've got the passion, they've got the momentum, they've got the expertise.
Right.
I want to surround them with others that can help them take that to the next level.
Oh,
you have to be in the room to get there.
I love that. You said something about you at least get in the room. Right. You know, that's what I'm talking about. I want to say thank you guys for coming in to take the time, because I know it was early in the morning, but you know, I believe like this, the rest of my mother's soul, she would always say, the early bird gets the worm. When you get up and start out early, your day is going to be very much so profitable the remainder of the day. I appreciate your time. I want to remind everybody, because I did not tell you about this, my book is now available, that you can get the book. You can log on to Amazon and just catch the rays of sunshine. This is a inspirational book that I wrote when I started it out with COVID, but I finished it up during this last couple of months. It's all about inspirations on how I know, and I learned it from up above, how you can get through. Get yours today. I'll tell you about the book release party that's coming up. You want to be there. But listen, guys, I appreciate the fact that with all that you do, but I'm going to say this, and I'll say this over and over. Learn something new every day. Never close your mind to the fact that you think that you cannot find anything new to better you, because there's always information there. Life is a changing process, and I encourage you to get your share, to move to be better. Show that to your children. Show them that they can take that step to be their own, to stand on their own, to make things better. I'll say this, always remember, never, ever, ever, ever lose your focus. Always remember, if you keep God first in what you do, I can guarantee you this one thing, you will be a total success. So until tomorrow morning at 9 o'clock for another day filled with nothing but sunshine right here, I want you to know that I love you, and I love you with a perfect kind of love. Do this for me. Keep shining while I'm gone.